Alrighty, before we get going, let's take a look at what we know so far. This right here is what you'll see if you ever tell it to exit the game, or rather exit the Animus from the start menu. You can use it to go to old memory blocks, and you can also use it to read old memory strands. Let's go down the list now, shall we?
Altair, welcome, welcome!
I've done what you asked. Now give me the marker.
First things first, tell me what you know.
Tamir rules over the souk el-Salah. He makes his fortune selling arms and armor and is supported by many in this endeavor. Blacksmiths, traders, financiers. He's the largest death dealer in the land.
And have you devised a way to rid us of this blight?
A meeting is being arranged at Souk el-Salah to discuss an important sale. They say it's the largest deal Tamir has ever made. He'll be distracted with his work. That's when I'll strike.
Your plan seems solid enough. I give you leave to go. Let Al-Mualim's will be done. You may rest here until you are ready.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
And in that note, we can finally get moving and handle this. Okay, our first main objective is to get to the souk. Familiar territory, of course. A bit of a jump edit here. So, we are near the souk. We are on a rooftop adjacent to it. I have an escape route in mind that involves the high ground, of course, but we've got archers to deal with here. Archers are, I guess you'd say, limited in number, unless you reload the entire memory. We take this guy out, he's gone for good. One less hassle to deal with. Now, I'm sure there's another one or two up here, so let's sneak around for a minute. Nothing here. Ah. There he is.
That won't happen here. You don't understand. I have nothing.
Let's give him a little surprise.
I beg of you. I beg of you, just a few coins, please.
Piggyback ride. Oh, that was no fun. Still a little bit more ground to cover. There might be another archer or two up here. Just need to cover all our bases. Combat in this is pretty limited, especially now, early on. But I'm still a huge fan of the free running and escaping sort of thing. After we take out our assassin targets, there's an alarm that's sounded basically, and the guards will always recognize us. So we have to get away, get out of the break line of sight enough for them not to know where we are, and head to the Assassin's Bureau to hide out. Just planning in advance. And here I try to do an aerial hidden blade assassination. Not cool. Oh well, we'll get to that later. Jerk. I think we've had enough fun on the rooftops. Let's head on down to ground level and see what we can do. There's several routes that the information gave us to enter and escape. The one I have in mind is going to be involving the rafters in here. Once the bad guys are on high alert, there is going to be a lot of commotion with the crowd, so the people will work against us. And speaking of someone working against us, here's a beggar. Just like the pot carriers, they're an obstacle. She'll gather attention to us, and we don't want that. Best thing to do is just to push her aside, and she'll eventually leave.
I'm so hungry.
And here I got a bit of a screw-up. Look in the bottom left, you'll notice I have my sword selected. I didn't realize that at this time. Temporary setback. Now then, let's take a look, see where Tamir is. He's probably got more than a few goons around here. But we gotta be secretive in our approach. Got a crowd to work with, and that'll play in our favor in a second.
Your men have failed to fill the order, which means I have failed my client.
We need more time.
This is the excuse of a lazy or incompetent man. Which are you?
Neither.
What I see says otherwise. Now, tell me, what do you intend to do to solve this problem of ours? These weapons are needed now.
I see no solution. The men work day and night, but your client requires so much, and the destination. It is a difficult route.
Were it that you could produce weapons with the same skill as you produce excuses.
I have done all I can.
It is not enough.
Then perhaps you ask too much.
Too much? I gave you everything. Without me, you would still be charming serpents for coin. All I asked in return was you fill the orders I bring you, and you say I asked too much? You dare disrespect me?
Peace, Tamir. I meant no insult.
Then you should have kept your mouth shut!
No! Stop!
Stop? I'm just getting started.
No! Stop! No!
You came into my souk, stood before my men, and dared to insult me? You must learn your place! No. Leave the body. Let this be a lesson to the rest of you. Think twice before you tell me something cannot be done. Now get back to work.
Well, time for a bit of a passive approach. I think a high five to the back of the head sounds nice right about now. Everything's going exactly as planned. Hey, no, go away. I don't have any money.
Absolutely pathetic. Where did you learn your craft?
You won't believe your eyes!
Be at peace.
You'll pay for this. You and all your kind.
It seems you're the one pays now, my friend. You'll not profit from suffering any longer.
You think me some petty death dealer, suckling at the breast of war? A strange target, don't you think? Why me, when so many others do the same?
You believe yourself different, then?
Oh, but I am. For I serve a far nobler cause than mere profit. Just like my brothers.
Brothers?
Ah, but he thinks I act alone. I am but a piece. A man with a part to play. You'll come to know the others soon enough. They won't take kindly to what you've done.
Good. I look forward to ending their lives as well.
Such pride. It will destroy you, child.
Now then, time to escape. No, that's not how free running works. No. Shit. So, you might be wondering how well climbing works to get away from guards. Well, watch this right here. They throw shit at you. Oh well, next best thing. Take note of the pretty awesome music right here. It's my favorite in the whole game.
There he is! I will find you! There, he's there!
This here's a roof garden from before. And of course you'll notice that we are still in alert phase.
Show yourself!
Like I said, getting to the Bureau is our only means of escape. So, let's head southwest. Let's take the scenic route for now. The roofs aren't really that heavily guarded, so it should be relatively safe for a while.
My good people, your search has come to an end. I have anything anyone could possibly need.
Right here, I take a bad angle on this jump. Just barely off. And at this point, I decide I've been playing a little too easy, so time for a bit of foot racing.
Get him! Kill him! Stop him! Capture him! I know exactly what you want. I like that. Finding anything useful at the other budget.
Now then, we are right by the Bureau, but we've got these guys on our tracks. But hey, we got our buddies in black right here. Let's see them in action. Thanks, guys. High fives. And the bureau's closed off because I still know roughly where we are. So, let's head over here, get back to green status in the top left. Bingo. Now to head into safety. And with that, that's 1 man down. 8 more to go.
Word has reached me of your victory, Altair. You have my gratitude and my respect.
Thank you.
It is a shame that the other assassins continue to hold you in such poor regard.
Rafik, I do not care what the others think of me.
As you wish, Altair. You should bring news of your victory to Al-Mualim. I'm certain he has more work for you to do.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Out of the machine, Mr. Miles.
What's the matter, Doc?
Miss Stillman is once again insisting I let you rest.
Well, break time, I guess. And it seems Vidic's done for the day. Hey. Hey, what you doing?
So, feel like telling me who put the stick up his ass?
We have a deadline. 1 week. Well, 6 days now.
Deadline?
I can't talk about it.
Man, put yourself in my shoes. I'm being held hostage by a group of scientists, at least I think you're scientists, and forced to spend all day in some crazy-ass machine. You won't tell me what you're looking for or why you want it, but I'm supposed to be thanking you for keeping me alive. This is so fucked! Sorry, but it is.
What do you want me to do?
Let's see, I don't know. Maybe give me some answers?
I can't. And it's better this way. Safer.
Safer for who?
Both of us.
Hey, you know what? I've got a question I think you can actually answer.
What's up?
Why is it that sometimes the guys in there talk like they're from the future?
The future?
I mean the present. Now, today, whatever.
You've probably noticed that English has become the official language of the Holy Land.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The Animus is translating speech it deems vital into more modern English, so expect a few anachronisms. I could probably make it more authentic, but... You ever read Chaucer?
Who?
Yeah, definitely not for you.
Can you tell me more about Abstergo? What goes on here? Beyond the whole keeping me prisoner thing.
Abstergo is one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world. Their primary focus is antidepressants. There's some information on the computer over there.
But you already said this isn't about testing a drug. So what's the deal?
I don't like where this is going.
So it's safe to assume the Animus is not a part of their public face.
What, you haven't seen the commercials?
Oh my god. She has a sense of humor.
I'm sorry, Desmond. I've got a lot of work to do. Like I said, if you want to know more about the company, take a look at the computer. The telecommunication stuff is particularly interesting.
Computer, eh?
Aren't you tired?
Some of these are response emails, which means there's a message at the bottom that came first. For now, there's not much in the out box or deleted box. So a few of these, like I said, I'll be scrolling to the bottom first. Scroll down. There we go. Start from the bottom once again. I cannot but laugh at Vidic's emails. He's such a colossal asshole. There's also the bad typing, which we're going to be seeing a lot of that. So we can access Lucy's computer, at least for the moment. Vidic's is... well, we can't use it. But there was that email mentioning that he had some sort of thing in his pocket, and I do recall seeing...
Gotta work.
Fine. Anyhow, I do recall seeing a green blinking light tucked in his lab coat pocket. Let's see if we can relieve him of that later on. Oh, I gotta check this out in the bathroom. Only been here one day and you're already making a mess. Jeez, Desmond. Oh. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Sexy dance. Alright, show's over. Nap time.
Man, I can't even change my clothes.
Still no clothes.
Let's go, Mr. Miles. Time's wasting.
Well, he's kinda chipper. Old Vidic's got a smile that could light up the whole room, I tell ya. Where's Lucy?
Where's Lucy?
Oh, don't worry. She'll be with us soon enough.
So why are you doing all this, Doc? What are you hoping to accomplish?
You turned the television on lately? Read the newspaper?
Never cared much for that stuff.
Then, let me sum it up for you. The world's a mess. It's pathetic, really. You've seen it firsthand yourself. 1,000 years between you and your ancestor, and society remains just as barbaric, just as stupid.
And your point is?
Order, Mr. Miles. The world needs order. That is what we're working towards, and that is what you're helping us to achieve.
You expect me to believe you're building a better tomorrow?
That's exactly what we're doing. The human race calls out for direction. They want to know why they're here, what they're meant to do. Well, we're going to tell them. And once they understand how to live their lives, everything will be better.
Better how?
An end to all conflicts, large and small. Isn't that what you assassins strive for? Peace in all things?
I told you, I'm not an assassin.
Right.
I still don't see where I fit into things.
In time, Mr. Miles. In time, you'll understand. Or you won't. I don't care either way, as long as you show us where it is.
Where what is?
Sorry I'm late. Ready to go?
Yes, we are.
Hello, Blinky Light. He's hiding it from me, but it will be mine someday.
Stop playing games, Mr. Miles, and lie down.
Don't get snippy with me, mister. Oh well. Back to another hard day's work of lying down.
You've done well, Altair, and I'm confident that this is but the first of many successes.
Tamir spoke as if he knew you well. He implied my work had a larger meaning.
Significance comes not from a single act, but the context within which it is performed. The consequences born of it.
Then is there more I need to know?
Altair, your greatest failure was born of knowing too much. If I choose to withhold information, it is only to ensure you do not make the same mistake a second time.
I see.
No, you don't. And it will remain this way until you've learned your lesson. Still, you have performed competently, and as such I restore a rank and will return a piece of your equipment. Go now, either to Akka or Jerusalem. There are men in both cities who require your attention. The Bureau leaders can tell you more about what needs to be done.
And so we have another weapon. A personal favorite of mine. Short blade. And of course we can also counterattack. It'll be a bit of a trademark move of ours in the future. So we've got a choice, Acre or Acker as some might pronounce it in the local vernacular, or Jerusalem. It's up to you guys. Let me know what you want to do. And here's the memory strand from after we killed Tamir. I didn't know where to put it, so I just have it here at the very end.